Ми робимо свій визначальний крок, підписуючи заявку України на вступ у пришвидшеному порядку в НАТО.
Dumb son of a bitch.
Wow, who could have seen this happening? Who could have possibly seen these idiots in Ukraine taking an American-supplied Patriot missile and throwing that into an American-supplied F-16? Actually, they're NATO-supplied. I'm NATO. I'm NATO. Right? My wallet is NATO. None of these scumbag, parasitical, leech European countries are NATO. No, it's my money that's being used to be set on fire in this Eastern European armpit that all of you morons on the left-hand side want to keep doing. You don't even pay taxes, you scumbags, which is why you're fine with this. Those of us, however, who do go to work, we're done. We're done. We're done. We're going to overcome your election fortification, and we're going to tell this cross-dressing weirdo in Ukraine, you do whatever you want to do. You do whatever you want. You want to attack Moscow. You want to keep fighting this way. You do whatever you want to do, but we ain't sending you any more. We sending you a bill. We sending you a bill. What the media hides over here, everybody's talking about this. Breaking, Ukraine shot down its own F-16 with a Patriot missile. We are sending these morons this incredibly complex war material. These idiots then blow it up. And Lindsey Graham and this administration, everybody except for Donald Trump, wants to keep dumping more money into this because they're stealing the money on the way to Ukraine, where it's then stolen again, by the way. Everybody in Ukraine has some sort of multi-million-dollar villa in Switzerland. That's right. And they're just blowing up our own equipment with our own equipment. Ukrainian MP, veteran and deputy chairman of the Committee on National Security, Defense, and Intelligence. So none of that's true, by the way. Look at this. They've got a Committee on National Security, Defense, and Intelligence. You idiots! You stupid morons just took my Patriot missile system and shot down my F-16 with it. I'm rooting for Putin. I'm rooting for Putin. Do you want me to root for Putin? Because this is how you get me to Rudy Toot Toot for Pooty Poo Poo. Quote, according to my information, the F-16 of the Ukrainian pilot, Squadron Commander Alexei Moonfish Smith, was shot down by a Patriot air defense missile. Whoops. Give us some more. No! No! Hell no! Hell's no! We just need some more of your money and we'll super duper for cereals totally win this. You moron? What the? No! Did she do it, by the way? Am I going to get arrested? Did she do it? Is this diversity, equity, and inclusion? Ukrainian version. Well, listen, we need the non-binary, trans, fluid, Zimzurble to man the Patriot missile system. Why? Based on what? Well, what the? What'd you just say? Did you just have a seizure? I've got a gender studies degree with an emphasis on rainbow military.
Senator Harris, thank you so much for sitting down and welcoming us. If you win, your administration is going to inherit a really dire situation.
The color purple, a child's marker, it's so purple. That hasn't always been the case. 10 years ago, these markers weren't so purple, but now they're purple. Now they're really, really purple, and it's alarming to me, and it's also enchanting to me to see the deep blue sea inside, this.
I want to ask about Russia. The Department of Homeland Security said that Russia is trying to amplify claims that mail-in voting will lead to widespread.
Talk about buttered sausage, where it comes from, what it does. Why is it doing what it's doing? Get it out of my face. Buttered sausage. It's not my jam. I don't buy jam. I buy honey, and I kiss it on the lips.
up, guys? Boy Benny. The history of sports is filled with boom and bust athletes who have a bunch of hype around them, and they get out into the big game, the big dance, the big lights, and they choke. And everybody says, wow, that sucked because they weren't ready for the big time. They weren't ready. They might have been good in their own little district, in their own little league, but when they hit the big time, when they hit the big game, they can't compete. They're not ready. They aren't built for this prime time. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Kamala Harris. Now, Kamala Harris has been choking. Quite frankly, this is how she built her career to this point. She is ready to run for president of the United States. Just listen to the poetic words of Kamala Harris spoken just minutes ago.
Even called for termination of the United States Supreme, the supreme land of our nation, the United States Constitution.
The supreme land of our nation, the United States Constitution, even called for the elimination of the Supreme. The Supremes. Don't you love their music? I was a member of the Supremes. I'm Kamala. I've done it all. Yeah, not great. But this is also why they are panicking. I'm telling you, they're panicking. They're keeping her off camera because they know the more they show Kamala Harris, the more people hate her.